And we are back. Another live. I went live earlier today, but this one here, sometimes I don't have a topic, so I don't just immediately start talking. I wait for people to come in the way most people's lives were. But this is gonna be one of those where, if you come up in this live and you want to chat, which I'm not a chatting live anyway, for the record. The only people I chat with in my live are people who I kind of know, or people who are seem to be, responsible, regular subscribers. You have to be a subscriber, first of all. You got to be a subscriber. And my subscribers know, like, he ain't gonna talk to you unless you come in correct. So only the best of them say anything, anytime, anywhere. And they kind of know. They know my temperament. They know I ain't gonna take no ish, and I will block your ass quicker than just quicker than you can blink. I swear. I just don't give a darn. I could care less about a bunch of people versus quality. Quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying? I see one up in here right now. Peace to you. I appreciate you. Welcome. You know what I mean? I've said many times. I talk to one person before I talk to 100,000. If that one person puts a thumbs up, has good energy, if they're a subscriber, let's go. Yeah, cool. But you got to be all them things I just said. It's a list that most people don't want to check. They just don't care. People are really, self-centered and very narrow these days. But I just saw something that I almost wish. No, I ain't going to say. I was going to say, oh, I wish I hadn't even seen. No, it's good that I saw that, actually. It's good that I saw that. Because it helped me to, the feelings I got from seeing this thing I just saw have made me realize I'm going to really, 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 really put my foot down on my standards, my ethics, what I must require of any lady in my life for the rest of my life. And to not take it as far as just rest of my life in that type of level, but just to mainly say, just in the thought of dating and making acquaintances and just meeting people. I just saw the most disturbing ass video, y'all. I'm gonna break it down. I cover it's one of my topics. I'll do multi-niche. Do everything from edutainment. Everything's edutainment, but sometimes mostly entertainment, arts, entertainment related, comic books, gaming, toys, style, fashion, music, movies. That's what we mostly deal with. Travel. We love travel, adventure, outdoor adventure, hiking, fishing, very dear to my heart. And if you've been here long enough, you'll know that. But anyway, relationship goals in the art life is a part of what I like to call ONYXCON fitness. So anything dealing with your mind, body, heart, soul, and relationships fits under fitness. But relationship goals in the art life is kind of its own segment. And so every now and then, and I've been doing it more and more lately to get y'all used to it. So when I do it, it doesn't seem like, wait a minute, where's this coming from? And it's old. This is something I've been doing for years, but there have been moments where I kind of put it off, hadn't done it in a while, but now I'm trying to make everything go on the same carousel. I'm just like, every day I'm always saying, okay, when was the last time I posted about that? Some things I post about every day, so I don't have to worry about it. It's like, it's gonna get posted. I'm gonna cover those topics. It's easy to cover those topics. Like, it's easy to do the toy content. It's easy to do the gaming. Well, not the gaming. The gaming can sometimes be a thing because I don't always have time to go live and stream. But I do gaming news. If I see something cool and I do reaction videos, I do a reaction to something cool. You know what I mean? I keep it flowing. But with relationship stuff, I kind of, at one time, I was doing it only if I could get interviews, only if I could have something directly personal to speak on. But lately, I've been just seeing a lot of, I still do it from that perspective, from, actual things I've experienced, but then I also like to do these reactions. And I just saw this video, this brother, I want to make sure I give credit to his channel. He go by Xavier TV, so shout out to him. And that's EX Xavier. First time I ever seen him in my life. I don't know this brother. I have no knowledge of him. I want to make that clear because, I don't know how the algorithm be looking at everything you say and be thinking, or is this a promotion? No, I don't even know him. It's just a fellow YouTuber showing support for another YouTuber because they had something real interesting to say and do. So hold on, let me get this order real quick. Yeah. Oh man, they got it different up in here. They made it tight. You can't even drive through here. The hell? Okay. Here we go. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. What's up, everybody? Sorry it took me so long. I had to order these boxes and get everything in a certain kind of way so it's smooth. There won't be as many interruptions as there will still be interruptions in this broadcast as per usual. Because all work comes first, you know what I'm saying? The phone can't be on, electricity can't flow if I don't do what I'm doing, you know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up? We got somebody saying what's happening. I see you, appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. All right, so now let me say what I always say at the beginning of every live, or try to remember to say it. I really don't have to say this. I shouldn't have to say this. But as a YouTuber, when we start a live, it asks, is this for children? Hell no. Hell motherfucking no. It's not for kids. Yet there are a lot of unkept kids on YouTube just wandering around aimlessly without their parents' supervision. If that is you, this grown 50-year-old man told you ain't supposed to be in here right now. Okay? All right. Just so we clear. And you know, it's funny that I did that disclaimer. That has everything to do with the kind of reaction I'm going to do primarily to one. I'm gonna start with that video and then I'm just gonna elaborate on that topic. But I saw this video that I was telling y'all about before I had to do that little brief break, that little intermission. And it's a brother named Xavier TV. I don't know him. I never seen him till today. The video is really good. Check him out. It's EX Xavier, right? But okay, 29. You in the house. You good. You in the pocket. You grown. You grown enough. Shit, you know, you're in your 20s. There you go. I assume this is a young man. No, I'm sorry. That doesn't say Max. It says Maxine. How you doing, Maxine? So that's a lady. 29. From where? What city, what country, whatever you want to share. You ain't got to share, but what you want to share. But I do like to know. It helps with my demographics, and when I look at my numbers and see, oh, I got a growth in ladies, which I appreciate. I want more women on this channel. I'm the dude. If I go to a party, I want more women than men in the party. First of all, because I'm a heterosexual man and I love women. Number two, women, they might get catty and weird with each other, which that can be some bullshit too. But too many dudes and not enough women is always a problem. With women, the cattiness may never turn into violence and all that. It just be a little side eyes and stupid comments. But ain't nobody got to go into craziness. But same way online, you gotta keep that energy right. And the only way to balance it is not 50-50. You really need, you want more women. Plus, ladies, y'all are more loyal, man. Y'all just really, y'all don't hide. Y'all. Well, I ain't gonna say that because that's part of my point of what I'm about to be talking about. Depending on if a woman is virtuous, we'll put it like that. A virtuous lady will be supportive. And without fail, once she sees your character and she knows you on point, first job is you show you on point. You know I always say respect first, then power, then money, right? California in the house, y'all. Oh shit, what part? I got some people in Cali. I got family in Los Angeles, particularly LA County, should I say? Because they're all over. That's a huge place. But and then I know some people in other parts of California, but especially LA. Is where I'm at. California is where I'm at. Gotcha. You could put that with one sentence. Did it make you do that? Anyway, I understood it. I get it. Now, if I stop responding and you still saying stuff, I'm driving, so don't be offended. Just understand that's how my lives go. I'm not one to, I'll chit chat a little bit because I'm at a light. But if I ain't at a light or if I ain't got time to look over, I'm not looking at this damn phone. That's because I actually have y'all clipped onto a holder that's on a thing that I keep some of my smaller packages in when I'm doing my courier thing, which I'm doing. I'm still working, this courier chronicles, as I call it, when I be out at work, and whatever I got going on. But yeah, just know. It's a lot. Yeah, so anyway, there's this young brother's channel. Like I said, his name is Xavier TV. Toward the end of the video, I realized, oh, okay, he still had a lot of good stuff to say, so I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm not religious, and he was obviously very, very religious on the Christian tip. See, there's a difference to me in being, you can be any type of religion. You can be claiming any type of religion. I don't care what it is. You can claim that, but you don't have to be religious. What is religion? Religious is when you got to tell everybody else about what works for you. You got to force that on other people versus if it's working for you, do it. Good, great, salute. But I am not an advocate of people pushing their perspective on how to live their lives. Well, let me make sure I say this right, because it can still say exactly what I was gonna say. You don't push your stuff on other people, because like people have a choice to cut. Like if you come on my channel, I'm gonna say what I want to say. I'm gonna speak from my perspective. I'm gonna share my point of view. If you don't want to hear it, you can go somewhere else. You can block me. You can do it. I don't give a great, because I do the same thing to your ass if I don't like what you're talking about. Right? Right. Now, I feel the same way about religion and stuff. It's like people pushing their stuff on each other. So that part of it I didn't like toward the end, and when I realized that's what it was. But this brother is obviously in his 20s, 30s, and I'm much older. And that does make a difference if you're living and you're really paying attention to the path of life. And I'm not, when I was in my 30s and 40s, I used to kind of always say, well, it don't matter, age don't matter. In the back of my mind, knowing it does. I don't do that no damn more. No, at 50, damn it, I'm older and I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And what I don't know, I'm willing to admit I don't know. Because I don't know everything and no one ever will. But I can guarantee you one freaking thing. When you get my age, you're going to be less and less apologetic on whatever you're standing on. And it's a great feeling. I mean, it's the epitome of what young folk be thinking they mean when they say, I give no F's. No. You don't even have to say that. That's actually corny and weak to me to keep hearing somebody say, I don't give no F's. Yeah, that tells me you scared as hell and you got to keep saying that because you think that's your verbal armor. If I say that told him, ooh, he really don't take no. Man, nobody give about that damn shit. All I care about your actions. I don't care about nothing else. So, I stand where I stand on a lot of things, and I'm not budging. It's only going to get better and more fortified. So, like I say, I'm not religious, but this young brother had a lot of wisdom in everything he had to say still. And that's why I watched the whole video. I didn't think I was going to make it through the whole thing. It was sadly, it was, no, the whole video was sad. His part, the host, was entertaining in how he would, because it's a reaction video. And one thing he kept saying through the whole thing had me rolling, the way he would say it. I could tell that'll be his, if he don't already have enough of an audience that where they repeat his phrases and stuff, this gonna be his phrase. But he was like, you got to stay prayed up. I'm talking about prayed. He kept saying, prayed. I was like, yo, I feel you, bro. Because prayer is not singular to just Christians or Muslims or anybody. I'm not religious, but I pray. Prayer is an action. Feel me? Prayer is an action. And I'm a universalist. I say universe bless. You feel me? So, and I mean that. Universe bless. Anybody don't understand that? You ain't got to. It ain't for you. Like I said, it's a personal thing. Spiritual is a personal path. Religion is a doctrine and rules and, we're going to get everybody on this same tip and we ain't got to worry about where the money going to go because we got everybody believing in the same thing, so they're going to buy from us because we're all the Christians, right? Right. Sith Empire, goddamn. Y'all don't need me to get started on that. Let me chill out. Let me stay focused. Because there's a bigger point to this whole thing. So, and did my Star Wars fans catch that? I said Sith Empire? Yeah. Oh, gosh. And I know I have y'all so confused because as a Star Wars fan, I got pins, hat pins I just bought with Vader and Darth Maul. And you'd be like, I thought you weren't Sith. You're right. Damn right, I'm a rebel. But the Sith look cool as hell. I dress like a Sith. I live like a rebel. I'm gonna be fresh like Cobra, but I'm gonna kick ass for the best of what G.I. Joe stands for. Not even all of that, because that that's a whole other conversation. Anyway, oh man, did y'all see that latest toy? I know I'm on a tangent, but did y'all see that latest toy I posted with that really cool Cobra character? Motherfucker's name was Professor Rot. What was it? Rot Claw. So I had never heard of this dude. Never seen him. He's a new one, of course. I'm assuming. He wasn't around when I was coming up. Put it like that. When I gave a damn about toys for real. When I used to really play with them, not just collect stuff. To look at it as a statue, sitting as decor, But that right there made me want to buy that joint. I was like, man, I would buy this. I ain't got none of this money. But if I had it, I would get that. It just looked cool as hell. I was like, Cobra, why they gotta look so damn cool, man? Can the so-called good guys look just as cool? Because y'all gotta update your vibe, man. Y'all around here, look at this. This guy, I mean, he cool as hell. So anyway, this brother was talking about, reacted to another, that he never named the guy. He did it possibly. All he did was show the video and speak on it. To this day and forever, I will never know who this young woman was or who this young man was. Both people in the video were obviously in their 20s. I wouldn't give the guy more than maybe 28. Maybe. Big maybe, right? The girl revealed in the video she was 21. So they of age, everybody grown, you know what I'm saying? Doing what grown folks do. 21, you can, in most states, you can drink alcohol. That's a important part of the story, so understand why I mentioned it. And I love that the lessons that were being taught in this thing got deep. Oh, by the way, since I'm at a light, Maxine, I just noticed you said, do I play video games? Yes, that's part of our content. Look under a playlist called Bustin' Pixels. Bustin' Pixels. And you'll see the gaming content. You'll see a lot of it. News from other channels. I save other people's good videos that make sense to me, stuff I want to know about or remember is in that playlist, but majority is our original content, me streaming, playing my favorite games, talking about my favorite games, reviewing favorite games, reacting to new news about games I want to play, all that good stuff. Busting pixels, all right? So back to the story. This dude was reviewing this moment that this guy caught. He went on a date with this girl. Mind you, I want to make sure y'all keeping up because I don't know who's in here no more. It's like a minute ago I had somebody in here, and I don't know if it's the same person or not. They're chatting it up with me and Maxine. If that's you, let me know in the comments. Because the signal be going on and off when I'm driving. I know that. Sometimes y'all could be in here. It'll say 0, but it could be 2 people looking. And I don't even freaking know. Which is whack as hell, but that's how it works. Anyway, I watched this whole video, sad to say, because it's really sad what happened to this brother. But I know I heard him say at one point in the video, Mississippi. I said, oh my gosh. So they're somewhere in the deep south. He must have a little bit of money. The brother was driving a Range Rover. That got mentioned too. The video starts with this woman crying hysterically in his passenger seat. He's driving and he's got his phone on her. Well, first he got his phone on himself. And then every now and then he flashes the phone over to her to show that he's not touching her, that he's giving her a ride home on what was supposed to have been a date. And she's just mumbling and crying to herself. And she's saying sporadic, ridiculous shit that doesn't make any sense. Like, one minute she's saying, I just don't know. This is why I don't drink. This is why I don't drink. Oh, this is why I don't drink. And he's like, yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I don't know why you're so upset, but why you got your phone on me? He's like, because I got to protect myself. What you mean? I ain't going to hit you. I ain't even touching you. What are you talking about? You acting weird. He says, no, you're the one acting weird. Because everything was fine. And then suddenly you just broke out into crying. And I don't know you well. And I'm taking you home. So for my own safety, the brother said he would go keep his phone on this woman because she's acting erratic. And she was. She was crying and it didn't make sense. From the little bit, you're not seeing the whole thing. To all credit of everybody involved in this moment, you didn't see how this started. You didn't see, them when they were drinking and how they were acting or whatever, right? But from what you can gather, he said, I ain't known you 30 minutes and you wilding out on me. So I don't know that I can trust you. I don't not, you know, in so many words, he's saying like, I ain't afraid of you. Shit, I'm the man in the equation. I'm not feeling like you gonna beat me up. He's a bigger dude, you know, not real big, but bigger than her, you know. And he's like, I don't like this vibe. Like, I know this is going nowhere good for me. So I'm just making sure I'm safe. And then she starts talking about my dad just died, and that's why I'm upset, and this is why I don't be drinking. And then she starts to always say, but never finishes it, that this, I was in an abuse, and she starts crying. She kept trying to say she was in an abusive relationship. And then she had just broke up. She said that a few times. I just broke up, and my father died, and all this old crazy shit, this long list of misery. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she got him a real loony. And she is just, I mean, she's acting like she's just losing her mind, crying and acting weird. And then she's telling him he's acting weird to have her recorded. I said, nah, he doing the right damn thing. 30 minutes? You don't know this person? Y'all ain't spent no, you ain't even been intimate. That was kind of mentioned that, you know, ain't nothing happened. So don't even go there, right? And he said that. He's like, I haven't done anything with you, and I want to have that on. You haven't done anything with me. I know that. So all of that got said, right? But she keeps insisting that he cut his phone off. She's taking you home. She given him her address, obviously. She said, he kept saying, I really need you to calm down, because, I mean, I can't pull up at your place. I guess she lived with relatives, because he said, I can't pull up at your place, and your people going to be like, why are you crying like that? Then they're going to be wanting to jump me, you know. They're going to think I'm a problem, and I'm not. I ain't done nothing to you. And she's like, no, ain't nothing going to happen to you. You just acting weird. Why you got me on camera? Stop pointing your phone at me. He keeps saying, I'm going to keep my phone on. I don't feel safe with you. I wasn't mad at all about what his decision was. I understood that moment. I said, damn, this is sad, but I understand, right? So then it's like a moment of, now mind you, the whole time the guy who does the video or is reacting to the video is talking about how he thinks about it, and saying like, fellas, this is why you gotta be safe out here, man. Be careful who you talking to, who you trying to date, who you trying to pull up on, all that stuff, man. Just really, really, really be careful. And he said everything right. I couldn't have said it better myself. I even put in comments. I said, man, this is the craziest thing I've seen all year. And yes, protect yourself at all times. That's where I left mine. I just said that in the comments. And I was like, this shit here. So the guy, I don't want you to call the police. And he's like, what are you talking about? Why? You can call. He said, you're fine, call him. Like, I don't know why you call him, but yeah, call him. And then he says, you know what? I'm just going to go to my place, and you don't have to get out. You know, he's just like, he knows. He's like, man, if I go to her place, this is a setup. I just met this one. This whole thing is crazy on purpose. This is a fucking setup. So he's like, I'll go to my place, and you can have your people or anybody else come pick you up. They're the cops, whoever. I don't care. They can come to my house. So you can hear the woman on the phone, ma'am, are you still there? Yes, I'm still here. Well, no, actually, I take that back. You can't hear the cop, but you hear her reaction to the cop. And it sounds like it's a female officer, the way she's talking to her, because she keeps saying, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like, and then at first she's all calm, talking about, yeah, we was out and we was drinking. And I think she gonna say, this woman literally says, she thinks he's a sex trafficker and is trying to kidnap her. I said, holy fucking shit. This man said, I am not kidnapping her. I'm going back to my house because I don't feel safe taking her to her place. She obviously don't drive, even though he met her 30 minutes ago and they got drunk, or she got drunk and he got tipsy. Hell, he wasn't even tipsy. He was quite cognizant. You know, you could tell he was not inebriated, right? I said, this is a horror movie. Watching this shit is a freaking horror movie. You understand me? I'm saying, I can't believe what the fuck I'm watching right now. What the hell is this? Where's this going? So he ends up pulling up at his house. He's comfortable in his driveway, still taping it. He shows the cops across the street on neighbor's lawn, talking to the girl on the sidewalk. It's a black cop, white cop, Mississippi. That's why I said what race they were. Not that it damn matters. The damn black cop could be just as damn crazy. But, you know, hey, And both cops are looking like just patiently letting her tell her bullshit. And the black cop starts kind of looking off. You can tell, he says, okay, he's like, you can tell the dude on the left, he knows she's on some other stuff. He just kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. And it was real, it was like that. He wasn't making eye contact at one point. He just kind of like looking down at the ground and then looking up, looking down at the ground like, when are you going to finish your shit? Because none of this makes sense. Because you know everything on when the call got called in, to what's being said when you get there, it just all get like malarkey, which it is. And I said, this is pathetic, man. Like, and that man said, the guy who was doing the reaction, he said, if he hadn't take that, that brother would have ended up going to jail. I said, yep. Her word against his, she crying, he trying to be calm and not get mad about how fucked up it is. They gonna probably mess that life up. But he was smart. He taped it. So I don't know how it turned out. Unfortunately, the way this dude did his reaction, you know, I mean, maybe he doesn't know. He probably doesn't know. He just saw it and reacted like I'm reacting to his reaction. But you don't know what happened. You don't know if the dude, you know, was able to be okay or got caught up because this girl is putting all this BS on him to the cops. I was like, this is freaking ridiculous, man. But stranger things are happening. And this is where the stories come from. This is where the stuff that you hear about somebody getting sentenced to jail for something they didn't damn do and all that old bull off of some nut that needs mental help as soon as possible and never gets it, out here setting people up, like literally setting folks up. And I'm more than sure, as the story went on, because she was trying to sober herself up just enough to play the game, I was like, man, that whole thing sounded like a setup. Like she was literally trying to set this dude up. And when she mentioned to the cop that he was in a Land Rover, I thought to myself, oh Lord, he got a little bit of money, man. She was probably trying to rob that dude. That's pathetic, man. And she got caught in her situation. She was scared. She was crying because she's like, he's actually a nice dude and he's not trying to do anything to me. Okay, wait a minute. How do I get out of this? That wasn't the plan. Yeah, well. Yeah, y'all. That was really sorry, pitiful situation, man. It made me just feel that this is where we at. This is where we've been at, and this is where we at. This is where we've been at, and this is definitely where we are. It's like a lot of things that were normal are not normal no more. Things that we did, I mean, man, it's so bad that it's like, oh my gosh, man, where do you start? You hear it all the time, and it's just, it used to be just like, you know, these things can be that bad, but it's not everything, and it's not everywhere, and it's not so common that you literally have to think, okay, in the dating pool of now, when you meet a lady, if she doesn't show enough immediate signs of sanity, ethical values, just even kill, just sanity, just fucking sanity, straight up, like period, sanity. If you don't get enough of that early on to let your guard down a little bit and just have regular conversations and regular interact, somehow scam you, get something out of you, whatever the case may be, but it's always gonna be from that perspective with these kind of nutties, you know, that'll go to that level for their crimes. It makes you feel like, God dang, like I literally got, like I've been saying this, I said it earlier today, I'm gonna say it again. We are living Cyberpunk 2077. It's my favorite open world game ever because I've always said Cyberpunk as a genre is a reflection of all the ills of society and how bad it could get if the technology era that we are living in maximized to a point of what would seem like fantasy, but could actually be a reality in many ways. And I don't even say we're headed towards it anymore. I say we are in it. We're not literally walking around, everybody with computers linked into their brain, and we're all half cyborg or whatever percent cyborg, from 1% to damn near 100. But it doesn't matter that you don't have all that. It's the way people interact. Like the way people interact in the video game. Everybody's rude in the city. You can't barely talk to nobody, which is one of my big problems in the game. Because there are sweet people, nice people, a couple of genuine people here and there that when you're on your missions in the game, you come across them, and if you didn't have them, you couldn't finish the game. I mean, it wouldn't be no point. What is this? It's barely life at all. Now it's absolutely no life if there were none of those folk, right? But there are those few, right? You do have friends. You do have acquaintances even that you halfway trust. And then there's other people you literally halfway trust, because you can't. Half of them you can't trust. The other half depends on how you coming at them. Yeah, I can trust you to not screw me on this, but you'll get me on the next one. You know, that kind of stuff. And it's like, that's the world that has been built in reality. The corrupt politicians and regimes that run things, the damn wars, the freaking economy collapsing, and all those things that have been alluded to brilliantly. Michael Pondsmith's amazing genius. Shout out to Mike Pondsmith, man, who created the whole world of Cyberpunk 2077 and the original tabletop games, and still making games, still writing games for that and more. Artal Saurian Games, shout out. And you know what happened with the license with CD Projekt Red, what has happened with the anime Trigger. It's got the new movie coming, another, part 2 of Edge Runners coming in October. But it's so relatable. Oh my gosh, we're living these nightmares. It's not a damn show. It's like in the movie, in the game, in all the elements of its manifestations, people in relationships generally are in a polyamorous, if any more at all, just poly-situational situations, okay? Come and go, nothing too much locked down. There are still marriages, but it's kind of a joke when you see how that plays out, because most people are screwing around on each other, and it's obvious and it's known, and you see the cases and the situations that you have to solve. Like if you ever played the game, you got the mayor with his wife, and they got issues, but still together because he's a politician, and that's the image that he needs to have. You got the one where the guy thinks his wife is cheating, his girlfriend, I don't know if wife or somebody cheating on him, and wants you to follow him and find out what's going on. And I never played that, but I watched the video of it, like other people played it. I tried to do it, and I could never activate it in the game because it's a way you got to do it, but that's a whole nother conversation. Which really annoyed me because I wanted to play that. I thought it looked really interesting. But anyway, so it's a lot of mistrust and lack of trust for good reason, because people are not in any position to show consistency. It's like everything's so unpredictable. Folks don't even expect to live day to day. They just trying to make it through. And so, party hard, get drunk, wild out, and the rest of it is whatever. Like that's kind of the energy in Cyberpunk, right? What's this? 320. Damn, I hate when the numbers don't be lining up with what they're supposed to be. I may have, nope, still ain't it. It's got to be over here. Oh, sheesh, I bet that was it. When I first came in. Sorry, y'all, I got to handle business, and then I'm going to get right back on the topic. These buildings. Oh, nothing worse than old-ish that ain't organized. But this place where I'm at right now is notorious for having whole subdivisions and stuff that don't be lining up with the numbers and everything. What the hell? Okay, this is it. This is it. Let's get her done. Talk to me, cicadas. Talk to me. Y'all hear them? I love that sound. That's a good one. But so yeah, man. It's a world of a lot of distrust and mistrust, and we're living that now. I just feel like stuff we used to say, man, we're gonna mess there. You're gonna mess around, it's gonna get where you're gonna mess around, no, we're there. Let's stop saying all this, how bad gonna get. You're freaking there. You can't normalize this stuff, man. You can't pretend, because it's hard. It's nothing any of us want to face. But we're only going to be able to protect ourselves if we do face it. You got to acknowledge that, and especially ladies out here, okay? As men who are fed up with materialistic, trauma-driven, money-hungry, in some cases, straight sadistic maniacs. That's how this woman in this video was. We cannot afford to not put folk on camera when they start doing certain things, depending on the situation. In his case, he did the best thing he could. I want to know how he ended up trying to give her a ride home in the first place, because it seemed like she nutted up on him in the car, because I don't see him having let her in his vehicle if she had already shown him signs. I say that, but at the same time, maybe so, because even though he said, I've only known you for 30 minutes, I feel like, I'm going to stretch that a little bit. I'm going to say, hell, if you just met a lady and chatted with her enough to say, let's get drinks, unless you were already standing or at a bar, that whole process typically could have made anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. Then the ride itself had to be another 20 to 30 minutes from what you see in this video. The video is at least 15 minutes long. Dates when I can. Still has meetups. Is not big on hookups, but might have a rendezvous that turns into multiple rendezvous and thus a situationship with a beautiful lady. And that's not always because, we're not being responsible and y'all just want to throw water out. Most of y'all think two ways about things. Y'all only think to do it is somebody trying to get some money out of somebody. Look, I'm telling you from experience, I don't mess with nobody that's going to come to me with their hand out first still a person that has a crazy side that you know is there, like damn near all of us. Oh man.